Good evening. It is now 7:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the East Coast. I'm your host for the Get It Back in Blood podcast, Miss Kosh Taylor, aka Miss Go. Let me get back to what I do with the child civil rights movement. I gotta tell you that I do not have a 501c, and that is simply because I have to lobby, against political forces and shit like that. But let me tell you what I'm aggravated about. My aggravation comes with the constant fight that I have to do every second of the day. It's like every second of the day I have to do some kind of warfare or engage in some kind of confrontation every single second of the fucking day, just to keep adults from harming small children. And that shit perturbs me. The motherfucker is going to lie on the children. Understand that the personality is going to lie to justify. That's the hardest thing to do, is to prove a liar sometimes, right? But people that tell a little small lie here and there that doesn't go anywhere, you can catch on to that shit quick. But it don't make sense, the level of fight that I have to bring or step up to in order to save innocent people and children. You understand what I'm saying? No, I don't think you understand. The bitch will lie on the child. Remember we went through that? The motherfuckers will lie on the children to justify even being anywhere remotely near a child to harm a child. I'm exasperated and exhausted because I have to fight hard than a motherfucker almost all damn day and all damn night. It's not like I can trust to close my eyes and other adults have it covered. When I say covered, I don't mean the kids being buried and covered in dirt or anything like that, or or covered with a blanket or something like that until the pedophile comes and shit. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit, It's a constant fight. The motherfuckers will not stop. They will not stop. And it's just like, okay. After we get past the second child, now it's just like, you killing anybody's kids nowadays. It's not just about my own child anymore. Somebody has to stop you. But nobody wants to stop you because they want to feel like they are able to challenge me. You're seeing me as a small fry, no big deal type of bitch. And I'm not that. I guess I am a very big deal. I am a very big deal. But I'm telling you, bitch, you ain't had to compete with me in no way, shape, way, form, or fashion in the ways that you are with harming children, bitch. Having me fight you, you want to engage in a confrontation with a bitch that, or a woman that really don't like the type of shit that you do, and really don't do the type of stuff that you do. You understand what I'm saying? I can't rationalize being with somebody I know would even be hanging out with you motherfuckers behind my back, paying you any type of attention. Because if you were starved for that attention and admiration, then your motherfucking ass wouldn't be doing that. Not only did I have to, like I told you before, I realized I live in my reality that I am not the only parent dealing with this. There's no way. I don't give a fuck if I beat your daddy up years ago or not, bitch. If he was to step foot around here, I would drop his ass dead, bitch. And then he'd give you a reason to be violent to this level or an extent, bitch. I'm just being 100% honest with you. He a dead motherfucker if you ever come around this motherfucker. For real, though. I'm not one for that. Yeah, I have a lot of trauma. My trauma it plays out different. You know what I'm saying? My trauma in my head, I might create myself as a superhero, but I can actually do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I deal with my day-to-day trauma. But I'm being quite honest with you. I don't like the hidden things in the dark with my, that as it pertains to children. I don't like that type of stuff. Never did like that type of stuff. If I don't like something, I'm one of those people, I don't like something, I don't like something. Some people will conform. Like I said, some people will walk that shit out all the way to the end. You know what I'm saying? To the day that they die. And that's the worst thing. It saddens me, It makes me feel weird that people die and they've been abused their entire life. Remember we were talking about that shit? Like they were hurt their entire motherfucking life and they just die. And you know what I'm saying? God didn't take not one motherfucking step on their behalf, bitch. And I feel like I owe God some damnation for their own motherfucking self, bitch. I feel like a lot of people owe God just a little bit of their ass to kiss. Bitch, I would push a bitch up at touch not my anointed, lest these days be long or some shit like that. The anointing is not always in the pulpit. Sometimes the anointing is in the crowd, bitch. Sometimes the anointed is the janitor. Sometimes the anointed is the people that roll past your bitch ass church on the way to the church they felt more comfortable at. That's because I know you're not rooting for me and you're not rooting for good people. So it's just like, what do you want me to do? The shit feels heavy. I know you said until such and such thing happens, you can't feel that way. But the feeling of oppression that you have placed down on certain people, it does feel that way. I just, I don't know, optimism for a Libra, when there are some days I can be very optimistic, but then there's some days where I cannot. I don't like being stuck like that. I don't have a faith base anymore. I don't have that to do no more. Too many people perverted that and had access to that. So therefore, that ain't real. Most of the children that they are targeting and people they are targeting is people that have disabilities. I talked about this as well, but I think I went live or I recorded a video on it. The people that they're targeting are people that have disabilities, hearing disabilities, hearing disabilities, people that have dyslexia, children that are on IEPs are targets of the people that I am fighting. And they put my kid in it like, bitch, listen, bitch, they were trying to put my baby in the IEP since he was in 4K. They had not tried at all to teach him anything. And 4K, he didn't focus on no 4K. He was running around. They were running around. They've been switching our children since babies. And then say put them in pre-K. Then put them in pre-K. Listen, bitch, understand. Let me tell you something. Understand when a bitch ain't real, bitch. Understand that when I went to pre-K, which is why I graduated at the age of 16, because my birthday's in October, bitch, and I went to pre-K. You're older than me. My graduation is in August. It's in August. Yours is in September. Okay. So, I started school earlier than other children. So I know and understand that IEPs and shit like that wasn't necessary. Isn't necessary. You know what I'm saying? I was never on an IEP or special education plan, hell, or what they call them gifted and all type of shit like that. You're putting you're then you go down to the Department of Social Services and then they're putting you on IEPs. So the Department of Social Services put the parents on IEPs and the children at the school on IEPs. You understand what the fuck I'm saying? So we get the messages, bitch, loud and motherfucking clear. Everywhere around this motherfucker, we get the messages loud and motherfucking clear. That's why I said welcome to World War III from the other Washington, D.C. Because you got to be completely out your fucking mind, bitch. You're trying to introduce Adderall to children in pre-K. And you want me to believe that your ass is not doing this for local drug dealers who's sitting on the line talking shit and sexually harassing and bothering people. I cannot no longer respect a drug dealer. Once I got a dose of that shit myself, that shit that you kick, I don't respect you no more. And the dangers with that is the fentanyl. So when they have your kids at undisclosed location, getting that Adderall that they're not giving that child and sending that child to school and you putting them on IEPs and shit. Now this is all textbook shit that they're supposed to be trained to look for. To protect the children from that type of abuse. From a funky, nasty ass, Jay-Z drug dealing ass, decrepit son of a bitch. Pills. Prescription pills, Adderall. You push that on pre-K. Then you got them kids at undisclosed locations with meth heads and people that abuse prescription pills, and that shit don't make no sense. Now, I'm telling you that it ain't got nothing to do with class standard or nothing, because pills, that pill popping shit, that's a white bitch drug. That's a rich white woman drug type shit. That is when some people, they get hooked on steroids, so they work out a lot, or they have pain, joint pain, all that stuff. They become addicted to the prescription pills. That shit still goes on. That shit still's happening. It don't matter who the fuck that person is. Anybody could be abusing prescription drugs. I know what you're doing, bitch. Precede me in death all the way to motherfucking hell. Every last one of you adult bitches doing that shit. The drug dealers are so involved in somebody else's children's education and living situation, it don't make no sense. I'm not scared of none of you motherfuckers. I will bust your guts with a motherfucking grenade, bitch. I want you out of our motherfucking community, you raggedy son of a bitch. Adderall. And then you're abusing the children so that they can have these defects and you can get the medication, but you don't give it to them because you're a trifling bitch. You're a trifling bitch. You're a trifling motherfucker. You low down and you fucking gutter rat trash trifling in the motherfucker. But I'm Miss Go for the Get It Back in Blood motherfucking podcast. Please, you sick son of a